a train ride just to see you.
Hi, how's it going? Welcome back to my Chanel la 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 la. Hi, how are you? Anyway, so like I was saying, what happened was we were at the prison, right? We were in prison and we escaped by like literally digging a tunnel with like a teaspoon, like literally like a teaspoon, right? It took like 16 years. Imagine 16 years. That's like literally what we did. Like this guy I knew, I forget his name, it was like Dufresne or something like that. He like escaped. He like one night fucking crawled through that little tunnel that we had like dug with those teaspoons, and he escaped by like literally, I'm not even joking, literally like going through a pipe full of like human waste and like feces and stuff. Like it was like literally disgusting. But yeah, that's how I escaped from prison. Very much like a true story, very much not plagiarized. People always say like, oh my god, I can't believe you would lie about that, but like literally I'm not lying. Like it happened. So anyway, hi, so welcome, happy new year, and welcome to January's TBR. We're here today to talk about the books I want to read in January. Let's talk about them, okay? Before we do, let me just say, I know you've heard it before, but let me just say, you're literally fucking stunning. And like, if I wasn't already gay, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Let's go on with a video, shall we? Let's start, of course, with my Patreon book club pick for January. If you're interested, of course, you can join my Patreon. The lowest tier is $3. We do reading sprints like all the time. There is content on Patreon that isn't on YouTube. If you're ever thinking like, God, I wish I had more Jordaline content, you can go to Patreon. It's all there. Go ahead and check it out. We would love to have you, and it's like a great way to support me. And I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. The book that we're reading for my Patreon is Malice by John Gwynne. I'm doing a Patreon exclusive reading vlog for this. I think I'm going to make it spoiler free. So if you're interested in seeing a Malice reading vlog without spoilers, it will be on the Patreon. I'm like 50 to 60 pages in. There's so much cat hair in this book. Oh my god. And I'm going to be honest with you. So far, I am I was gonna say Kel surprised. I'm not surprised. There is no surprise. I am Kel confusion. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I also felt that way when I started Shadow of the Gods. So in my head, I'm like, I just need to like power through. I just need to get through more of it, and then it will all make sense and I'll understand. So far, I'm very happy to be back in the world of John Gwynne. I still need to finish Hunger of the Gods. I never finished it, but I will eventually, you know, like in good time. Don't ask me what this is about because I literally don't know, at least not yet. It's like high fantasy world, following a bunch of different characters. I think all the characters are men, which I don't like. When I was reading Shadow of the Gods and when I was at about this point in the book, I was much more invested. So I'm just waiting for it to click. Let me know down below if you've read this and like how long I really have to wait to be like, first of all, aware of what's going on, and second of all, like at what point in the book did you fall in love? Like, I want to know that. Thank you so much. And then because January is such a special month, and like it literally is such a special month, because there's a lot of books coming out, and one book in particular that I'm super fucking excited for, like literally gagging with a spoon. Of course, I'm talking about Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I'm so fucking excited. I could literally fucking die. Like, I'm not even fucking joking. Like, I could literally fucking pass away. I think the moment after I finish that book, I will fucking die. Like, I'll literally kill myself. But like, in the most beautiful fucking way. Like, it will be like a full circle moment, like a full sacrifice. Like, I will give up my fucking life for Leigh Bardugo. I'm not even fucking joking. But that is, of course, only if she makes Alex Stern gay. Because if she's not fucking gay, I will literally also kill myself. Hellbent, dude. And because it's coming out very soon, I think I also want to reread Ninth House, I think. What do you think? I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. I might honestly just like look up a synopsis and then go into Hellbent. I can't decide. I've already annotated the ever-living fuck out of my copy. But I'm definitely going to be reading Hellbent. By the way, I also don't know if I want to do like a reading vlog for Hellbent. Like, does anybody care? Like, does anybody actually give a flying fuck? Let me know in the comments if you actually give a flying fuck. Moving on. You may or may not know that like January is a new year. Of course you know that. You may or may not know that in January, sometimes some bitches will say like, new year, new me, I'm a different girl. Like typically, honestly, I would be like, different year, same me. You know what I mean? Like different year, same shit. But this year, I'm really falling into, like, I feel like this year, 2023, first of all, Jordaline's a cunt. That's number one. Rule number one. Rule number two, Jordaline is like that girl. Like I want to be like that girl. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to be the girl who like reads things and like is like smart about it. You know what I mean? Like I also think a part of being like that girl means that you read like fantasy and like you read like high fantasy. I feel like for me to like do this full transformation into like, you know, like a green drink smoothie girl, like literally don't want to be that. But I feel like for me to complete the transformation, I need to like really get into like my fantasy era, like even more. Like we're already there, but like let's get into it. Let's peel back the layers. Let's open this onion. I really want to read Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I've owned this book for years. Like, first of all, it's fucking stunning. Like, oh, literally fuck me in my actual asshole. It's so beautiful. And then, okay, so apparently, and also I've seen so many people, specifically on TikTok, be like, I read the Priory of the Orange Tree in 12 minutes because it was so good. Like, it changed my life. Like, it was so, like, I didn't expect it to be that good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so I need to read it then. Is that what you're saying? It's literally the law. It's not the law. But like in my heart, it feels like it's the law. I might do a reading vlog for this. I don't know. Who gives a flying fuck? I don't know, dude. I just don't care about reading vlogs anymore. Like, I think I need to like take a break from reading vlog and like figure out like what the fuck else I do on this channel. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Let me know down below if you would want a reading vlog for this. I think if enough people were like, give me a reading vlog or whatever, I'd be like, okay, cool. I'll do a reading vlog. Literally 5 people say it and I'm like, I'll do it. Also, if you don't want to see a reading vlog for it, also say that. I don't know what this is about. I literally forget and I'm too lazy to read the synopsis. So I also have these books. Again, I'm gonna be that fucking girl, and like that girl reads like YA fantasy that's been like super hype. Like that's what that girl does. So that's who I'm gonna be. And so I have Legendborn by Tracy Devon. Look at this. Also, first of all, my copy still has a sticker on it. Literally, I am the worst human being alive. Like who leaves stickers on their books? Like that's psycho shit. Anyway, look at this book cover. Tell me you're not living, dying, gagging, breathing, suffocating. Beautiful. Stunning. So I think I'm also going to read the sequel, which is Blood Marked, again by Tracy Devon. And again, those fucking colors, the vibrancy. Like literally you could sell me anything. You could fucking sell me anything. They're so beautiful. Anyway, okay. The only thing I really know about this book is that it's about a girl. From what I know, it's like a dark academia kind of, but she's like training to be like a knight or like a king or something. So she joins a secret society called Legendborn, who are like students who hunt down like these like demon creature things. And from like the vibe, just the vibe alone, like literally nothing, there's nothing empirical about this research, but like the vibe, she's like the chosen one. You know what I mean? I want to read these. I might do a reading vlog for them. And who knows? Probably not. Anyway. Let's leave the fantasy for a second. Let's focus on something else. I was perusing my shelves, right? I was like looking around, shopping, if you will, really. I saw this book and I was like, oh, I really feel like I might want to read something a bit like mysterious. Do you know what I mean? Something a little bit mysterious. And so I thought, as I saw this and I was like, hell yeah. That's what it's got to be. And that is The Woman in the Library by Saluri Gentile. First of all, just this cover makes me so happy. Like, you could literally, again, you could sell me anything. This is like a murder mystery moment about like this person in like a library, right? Everybody's like sitting around, it's like shh, you know, everyone's like reading or whatever, and then somebody like screams, like a blood curdling scream, and so everybody's like, what the actual fuck is going on? It's so rude. It's a library, don't they know? You know, people like go to investigate, and there's like this one table of 4 people, okay, 4, and one of those people at that little table is the murderer. It sounds fun. It's set in a library. Like, literally, say less. Don't say anything else. Like, I'm done. I'm in. Back to fantasy. I also have this book because I mentioned it in my last book haul, which I will link up and down below. I mentioned this author and I was like, I should like really read her other series that I have. And that is N.K. Jemisin, and that is the 5th fucking season. I've owned this specific paperback 8 years, 7 years, something like I have owned it for a long time, and I need to read it. I should read it because, first of all, people say the best things about it. From what I know, this is about like the apocalypse. Like everyone's like dead, or most people are dead, and like we're following, I think, like 1 or 2 people. It says, it starts with a great red rift across the heart of the world's sole continent, spewing ash that blots out the sun. It starts with death, with a murdered son and a missing daughter. It starts with betrayal, a long dormant wound rising up to fester. This is the stillness, the land familiar with catastrophe, where power of the earth is wielded as a weapon, and where there is no mercy. So interesting, so fucking cool, and I'm interested to see like what I think of it. So I'm definitely going to add this to my TBR. Maybe I'll just do like a general fantasy reading vlog where I read like the first book and a few fantasy series, you know what I mean? Just like go crazy with it. Maybe that's what I'll do. That's a good idea, actually. Anyway, so I mentioned this in my book haul, and so many people in the comments were like, that book is so fucking cool. Like, read it. Like, I read it last year and it was like 5 stars. It's like my favorite fucking book of the year. Like, you have to read it. And I was like, literally, I'm getting so many signs to tell me to read it. So I will. So that is Lonely Castle in the Mirror. First of all, look at this cover. Look at this. Look at it. Literally fucking look at it. Tell me you don't want to fucking die. Like, it's so beautiful. This, by the way, is by Mizuki Sugimura, translated by Philip Gabriel. I have, like I've said, been in the mood for like fantasy, for like cozy fantasy. Like, I have just been like wanting to be transported. Maybe it's because my life sucks. Is that why people like read fantasy? Because their life sucks? Is that rude to say? I saw this at the bookstore, right? Facing out. And I saw it and I was like, you're coming home with mama. You're coming home with mama. You're coming home. And it's okay. This is about Kokoro, right? Kokoro is being bullied horrifically at school. Like, people like pick on her all the time. It's like actually kind of like violent and disgusting and gross, because like bullying is the worst, but she gets bullied all the time, right? And so she's in the bathroom one day. She's like crying. She's got her little tissue, you know, she's you know, crying in the bathroom. And then she looks up and she sees that the mirror is like shining. And she stops crying, you know, she's, what the fuck is going on in this bathroom? So she goes to investigate, and she gets transported into this like new fucking fantastical world. She is pulled from her lonely life into a resplendent, bizarre fairy tale castle guarded by a strange girl in a wolf mask. 6 other students have been brought to the castle, and soon this marvelous refuge will becomes their playground. It just sounds so good. And so many people said that they loved it in that comment section, so I was like, I need to add this to my TBR like immediately, because so many people really convinced me of it. So you know what, I just decided this because this whole fucking time I've been like, what am I gonna do for reading vlogs in January? Because I've been very like, listen, also I should probably say, I don't think I'm gonna make a second part to the Game of Thrones reading vlog because it literally fucking flopped. Like it flopped. Like, oh my god. Like all of that work for it to flop, it was very upsetting for me. So I don't think I'm gonna do a part 2 to that. I think I'm gonna cancel it. I'm just gonna read the books on my own time, you know what I mean? But I think maybe what I'll do is do like a little taste tester vlog and like read a few of my like new or most anticipated fantasy books. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much. Okay, speaking again of like cozy fantasy type things, I really want to read Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I also just got sent his other book, Cerulean Sea, by one of my beautiful subscribers, Sarah. Thank you so fucking much. Stunning. I'm so excited to read it. So I might read that one as well. Actually, let me know in the comments if you think I should read this one first or Cerulean Sea. Because like, does it matter? Or anyway, I really want to read either way his work because it's so hyped up. People fucking love it. So I'm gonna give it a shot. And this basically is like, I think, cozy fantasy. It seems to be about this cafe where they serve like tea and coffee and scones and, you know, pastries. But it's also a place where like dead people or like ghosts come to like pass through in the afterlife. So maybe it's like a thing where like the cafe is for the dead. I don't know. It seems cute. It seems cozy. So I'm very excited to read it. Finally, I did pull this book and I don't know for sure if I'm going to read it, but I thought I should mention it just in case. And that is We Were Never Here by Andrea Bartz. I own 2 of her books. I own The Herd and I own this. Haven't read either of them. This is, I think, a thriller novel. It sounds just like the kind of thing, I'm telling you, the kind of thing I would fucking love. Let me know down below if you've read this. But in this, we are following Emily, right? Emily is on a very beautiful, fun, adventurous trip with her best friend Kirsten in Chile, okay? So they're there, they're having the time of their lives, blah, 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 whatever. And one night, Emily comes back to their hotel room and sees Kirsten has killed someone, like this guy. And so she's like, Kirsten, the fuck is going on? Why is there a dead body? And she's like, listen, you don't understand. Like, he literally attacked me. Like, he literally was gonna kill me. I had to do it. Like, it was self-defense. Emily is like, okay, like whatever. So they basically like pack up, they get the fuck out of the country, they leave Chile, they go back to America. And so Emily is like, you know what, I'm gonna go back home. We live separately, me and Kirsten. She lives in this city, I live in this city. Everything's chill. I can just like relax and pretend like it never fucking happened. And then a few weeks later, Kirsten shows up and she's like, hey, what's up? I'm just here to stay for a little bit. And Emily is like, no, this is not good. And so I think the crux of the novel really is like, she's worried that Kirsten isn't gonna be able to keep her mouth shut about what happened, or she's afraid that Kirsten will like implicate her along in the crime as well. It sounds really, really good. And again, like something that I would be really into because I really love that kind of like best friend, family, familial relationship. Like, it's just like that toxicity. Stunning. Beautiful. I think it makes for great storytelling. My friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, what am I doing? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you watching all the way through. If you did, leave me this emoji, okay? Just leave me that emoji. Nobody has to know. It'll be our little secret. If you do leave that emoji, just know you are my favorite. The favorite. The number one. Okay, you're like, there's like a list, right? Of course there's a list. There's a list. There you are, the top, baby, right there. At the top of the list, the favorite. Okay, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit. We talk about creepy shit. We talk about fantasy now, actually. We don't even talk about creepy shit or spooky shit. I'm fully transitioning into a fantasy channel. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I could not. I could never. But thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in my next one. Also, thank you for a beautiful 2022. Even though the year is over, thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. Also, welcome to all of the new subscribers. If you've recently hit the subscribe button, welcome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope also that everybody had a beautiful holiday season. Okay, bye. See you later. Goodbye. Au revoir. Sayonara. Goodbye. Goodbye.
We find ourselves starting from scratch.